away sometime.
Adios.
Get away sometime.
Ciao, ciao.
Get away sometime.
Adios.
Traveling since I took a trip to Cartagena. Mark calendar of the day, put in my daily planner. Pick cousin up who resided in Savannah. 3.5-hour trip departure in Atlanta. Book United, how I go up in the friendly sky. Once economy, now first class the way I fly. Airplane.
YouTube, what up? UTT, the Travel MC. Like, share, subscribe.
What up, YouTube? UTT here. This conversation right here will be about vetting your roommates, making sure that you can spot if something's off with them, and being able to report any issues to your superiors, such as the house managers you'll probably encounter, who's going to assign you keys to get into your room. And also, I would say the HR manager, who wasn't much help for me because I had some issues here recently with my roommate. So I'm gonna share that with you guys briefly. So so let's do this. Let's talk. How would you feel if someone constantly asks you questions? How would you feel if someone acts like the police? How would you feel if someone is just so nosy? How would that make you feel? Okay. You even got roommates who sleep on the floor, who don't wear clothes. You have roommates that do that. You got safety that comes into your room in the middle of the night with flashlights, flashing the flashlights all over the room. That happened. Roommate issue, man. Roommate issues. That's what this competition is about. It's about roommate issues. Vet them, peep them, study them, observe them very, very carefully. Be careful. Okay. I'm going to say this. Before I left town, before I left Alaska, I had to report an incident to HR and also the house manager, as I said before, who gives you your keys. They assign you your keys. Okay. HR wasn't much help for me at all. So. All right, so it was two roommates. I'm gonna start from the layout of the place. The place is a double room. When you walk in my room, the bedroom out the dorm, to the left you got a double room. Two roommates are in there. Then you got the 4-bed dorm, which is where they put roommates at as well. So it's the way it's set up at the facility, that's how it's laid out. So you got night shift and you got day shift in there together. And the fact that we had downtime, that caused a lot of friction, a lot of disagreements. People were on the phone. They were disrespectful to the next man's sleeping hours. Trying to conduct a conversation while somebody's trying to sleep, things of that nature. And so that alone can make somebody take a trip to the office. And one of the roommates, me and him worked night shift. I remember one night, he walked in on the guy that's in the room with him that was in a double bed. He had no clothes on. So I don't know how blatant it was. I don't know if he was like everything completely off, maybe half dressed, but this guy would literally be sleeping on the floor. I mean, truthfully. And that's how that played out. I had a roommate that just wouldn't stop talking to me. I'm trying to sleep. He always wanted to talk. He had a whole lot of rap, pressed for a whole lot of rap. Why, I don't know. I don't know if the company is vetting people that's coming in there, the background check. I don't know if they're doing drug tests. It's got me I'm kind of puzzled whether they're doing so or not, man. But I'm just here to be authentic, man, and just say my piece.
But not to change the subject, the guy that was in the room, the forklift driver that was in the room with me, he was in a double room with another roommate, and it was a foreigner. His English wasn't that great. He would try to say things to me I couldn't hardly understand. I couldn't understand half a word he was saying. So he had been in the place, I think, for almost the whole month that I was in there. The new guy had only been in there for about a week. And by him being in the dorm with me, where the 4 beds were, if you go back to the bedroom that I showed, that he was just a complete headache. He ended up being worse than the guy who didn't speak good English, who was half dressed in the other room with one of the roommates, which was disturbing. So, by us working nights and them working days, we really didn't come across these guys too much. But when we had time off, man, and when the fish stopped coming, that's when everything really, really made a turn, because you had all these personalities in the room, and these personalities was in the room all the same hours. You had people who were going to bed different times, of course. We're night shift guys, so we're night owls, so we're probably going to go to bed a little later. Or we might try to go to bed during the day, and you got the day shift guys, they're up during the day, and nobody's going to work, and people are talking on the phone, and night shift guys are trying to stay on their same clock and their same schedule, and it was just a big conflict. So with that being said, man, I just think that the company should have night shift guys be in the same room, if that's what they're going to do. And I think day shift guys need their own room, because obviously when you get this downtime, this is what can happen. You could have friction. You could have somebody hitting somebody over the head. You could have people grabbing each other's throats and just against one another. And the house manager ended up giving me I ended up relocating. I ended up getting up out of there, getting my own room eventually, because I just couldn't take somebody looking over my shoulder, whole lot of conversation, as I said before, just so nosy, asking a lot of questions, wanting to put his 2 cents in when you don't ask him about his 2 cents. You never ask about his suggestion, about his opinion on anything, and he just talk. So, just be careful with your roommates, everybody. I'm not trying to discourage anybody from going to the seafood plant or anything like that. Go for it, but just be careful with your roommates. And when you spot a red flag, immediately report it to HR and get the heck up out of that room. Just leave, relocate, and try another room.